I know. I have to say, from a personal point of view, that if this had happened to me, I'd be unable to sleep at night, knowing that what I had done had led to the death of the baby, and now there is a nurse in jail convicted of murder.
So I'm getting in my journalistic bag for this video. If you've been following me for a while, maybe probably 6-7 months, maybe even longer, you probably know that I've been talking a bit too much, probably you might say, about Lucy Letby, the woman behind me. For those of you that are not in the UK, this woman was a nurse who was convicted of murdering, I think, 7 babies and attempting to murder 3 more. So that makes her one of the most prolific, maybe if not the most prolific, serial murderers in the history of the country. However, since the case was concluded, there's been a lot of new evidence. I mean, to be fair, I won't say the evidence is new. I think the case was very, very poorly handled. I read through some of the evidence in the case, and there was a great New Yorker article that kind of exposed the fact that this case is a sham. If this is the first video you're watching on Lucy Letby since you saw her in the news, you know, I don't know, a year and a bit ago, you've been lied to. The whole case is a total fraud. Anyway, she was convicted, but slowly but surely, people are starting to read through the files and read the evidence and be like, how can you convict someone on a case so weak? Even like, Judge Judy probably wouldn't convict this person. The case is so bad. But anyway, she's back in the news lately. And the latest on the story is that when I reported on this, I think it was 6-7 months ago, I actually went through Twitter and searched Letby, and my tweets were some of the top tweets on Twitter about that. I don't know if that's just for me, or I'm proud of myself anyway for that achievement. But even back then, I already said, if you can see the tweet behind me, hopefully I was able to edit this properly so you can see the tweet behind me. The prosecution didn't even prove a cause of death. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm accused of killing someone and I'm in disbelief as to, why they would accuse me of this, especially like, how did I kill them? They couldn't even prove a cause of death. The star witness changed his mind about the cause of death twice, then landed on a cause of death that's literally never been documented to kill someone. When I say literally, I'm not saying that hyperbolically. I mean it literally. Like, this cause of death, air embolism, you can look it up, it's never been caused to kill a single person. And she was convicted in 6 of the cases for basically trying to kill a baby in that way. But now the news that comes out today, I think it was yesterday, is that it turns out that one of the babies was actually killed because of what the doctor did. Essentially, I won't bore you with the medical details, but they actually, I think they punctured the baby's liver, which caused the baby to go into shock, and then the baby's died. I should point out, by the way, as a side note, again, if it's the first time you're exposed to the Lucy Letby stuff, the hospital she worked in used to deal with premature babies. So these babies naturally had a lot of, extenuating circumstances and pre-existing conditions that made them very difficult to deal with. When you don't add to the fact that the hospital was very poorly managed and they were always short on staff, and she was actually one of the most qualified people in there, and they used to call her when she was out of hours to come and help with stuff. That puts into context what you'd really expect to see in terms of, a lot of people are like, oh, but when she was working there, there was a lot of deaths. Yeah, because those babies were, kind of on their last legs anyway, combining that with the fact that the hospital was not very good. Anyway, this evidence is quite shocking, and so what we might see, or we should see, hopefully, if we live in the same country, is that they will reopen the case, and basically most of the cases have to be thrown out because this witness has proved himself to be so unreliable. Even the other cases, the insulin poisoning cases, even that's a whole nother kettle of fish. The evidence in that case is even worse than this one. But now that other experts have been able to kind of conclusively say, like, this is how one of these babies actually died, if that case is thrown out, then surely you have to now review the rest of the cases. I mean, I won't hold my breath because, like I said, the injustice that's been done to this woman, and what's been worse is the people that have been engaged in some kind of trutherism, just wanting it to be true so bad. Even people have even been accusing me of like loving white women just because I'm calling out the injustice in this case. This is how dumb some people have been about this case. I don't know why they're so invested in the guilt of a woman that's clearly innocent. I don't know what's in it for them. And these are just normal, regular people like you and I. But anyway, stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing more updates on that case. But if you want to educate your friends and sound smart, just go into work tomorrow and tell them that, did you guys know Lucy Letby is innocent? And then show them this YouTube video. And you can go through my page and my YouTube and see the rest of the videos I've done on there where I break down the evidence in a lot more detail. Very shocking stuff. So hope you enjoy that update, and stay tuned for more Lucy Letby updates.